Sorry, we're late. We were just talking about boys.
I've been busy talking about boys. Ba-ding. Boys. Ba-ding. Boys. Ba-ding.
Is that how the song goes?
Ba-ding. That's what it goes, yeah. You play that song later. That's how it goes.
Who sings it again?
Charlie XCX.
Oh, okay. I couldn't have guessed that. Couldn't have told you that. Sorry, let me just...
I'm sure it is because at the start it goes... It does. You listen to that song and it goes...
Oh, Josh, I just need to tell you a quick story because you'll howl. Okay. The other night I went to a comedy club.
Yes.
Top secret comedy club. Okay.
Right.
£1 entry. It's great. We need to go all the time.
£1 entry?
Yeah, because they do... It's like an underground club almost where like really famous... comedians.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this on Secret London or something. Yes,
continue. They'll come along and test out their material.
Yeah.
But you don't know who it is until they get on the stage because they're really good at actually keeping it secret.
Right.
I was laughing so much that people were laughing at my laugh.
Oh, you're adorable.
I had two girls, because also it's very compact, it's very tight. So everyone that you're sat around becomes your best mate because you're sat on them.
Yes, quite.
You can't resist that. And everyone's having a drink and we're all getting comfortable.
Right.
The girl that was sat in front of me kept leaning back when I was laughing to like touch my knee and be like, oh, God bless you, almost.
Oh!
She was like, oh, because I would, they would say a joke and I'd go,
yes, because that's Gracie's laugh.
I hate myself. Like it was just, and then people would go, and I was like
actually
this.
Adorable.
On the back row, like, please don't.
Could you imagine if we went together? We'd get kicked out.
Yeah. For enjoying ourselves
for
too much. Yeah, there's comedy and then there's that.
There's that. But question, who was the comedian?
There was the person that won Britain's Got Talent, Axe or something, which I didn't know until he'd mentioned it. Right. Well, the celebrity that was top secret was Omid Jalali, who's actually performing tomorrow at the Hall. Royal Variety.
Yeah, I saw him at Chichester Festival.
Yeah, very funny.
Very funny.
Quite a few taboo jokes from all of the comedians, actually, which I thought, with cancel culture nowadays on TV and stuff, I thought, but then I realised, I think just our media is censoring things more than we are because but it was very good, really good. We need to go all the time. Yeah. Yes, I just wanted to tell you that people were laughing at my laugh. One girl came up to me at the end and she said, you should have your own comedy show. And I said, why? Because of my laugh? And she said yes. And I said, yeah, but if I were doing the comedy show, you'd be laughing, not me. So you wouldn't hear my laugh.
Right.
So I wouldn't be funny, would I?
And at this point she went, hello, darkness, my friend.
Everything went black and white.
Yeah. And she started seeing the Vietnam flashback,
But I did have a chance to promote the podcast because people kept coming up to me about my laugh. And I was like, well, if you want to hear it some more.
Well, hello, Comedy Club listeners. I can confirm.
But it was really good. This isn't a promo, but everyone has to go.
Amazing.
I've got some more. So, topic of the week on the Woe Penny podcast. Thank you for joining us again here at Riverside Radio. We've got topic of the week today. I did.
No, you just made me laugh because you said Riverside Radio, and the first thing that came into my head was across the Wonderland into the. Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This week's topic of the week is: am I the bad guy?
Correct.
Josh, when he told me he was going to be in town, and said, "Can I come on?" and I said, "Yes." Said, "Are you alright, Owen?"
No, this is your backing track. Continue. It's bad guy, Billie Eilish. For God's sake, spit it out.
No, I know, but I was just waiting for you to stop.
No. This is the bed. This is the backing.
Oh,
you took over it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk over Josh doing my bed for me live from his throat. We're doing Am I the Bad Guy because I asked Josh what topic of the week he'd like to do and he texts back the words guilty, and so we're doing stories and we have to decide whether the person's guilty or not. I'm okay.
Are you fading the bed out now?
Okay.
Are you fading the bed out?
Yes, please. Yep. Okay, thank you very much.
Ridiculous. I'm such a child. Please.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad I'm here. Please.
Okay. No, I'm really glad you're here. I missed you.
Stop, because I'm going to cry.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got two more stories before we wrap it up. And
People listening are like,
no
what just happened?
No one would have got that joke. That was an inside
joke
that I didn't realise I'd made
so
until
sorry.
I'd said it.
And do you know what? It's completely pointless on the radio.
Yeah,
inside jokes
it was
are pointless.
dead air. It was dead air.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry, everyone. Josh, I'm going to go on to the first story where we have to determine whether this person is the bad guy.
Please.
Capiche?
Capiche. Do let's.
My brother-in-law, Jack, has a motorcycle, but he doesn't even own a helmet because he thinks it messes with his style.
Oh, well, Jack can get in the bin.
Right. My kids, who are 7 and 9, think he's the coolest dude ever and try to copy him.
Oh, no.
Because of Jack, they've decided they don't want to wear helmets while cycling. I told them that if they don't wear a helmet and then get into an accident, their skull might break and their brain might ooze out.
Oh, dear.
My 7-year-old asked, what about Uncle Jack? Will his brain come out too? And I said if he's ever unlucky enough to be in a crash, it might. I might have exaggerated a bit just to drive home the point, but they're now terrified and keep begging Jack to wear a helmet.
Oh dear.
My wife thinks it was very inappropriate of me to give them a mental image of their uncle's brains oozing out at their age, and Jack is mad because the kids have been bringing him up not wearing a helmet every time he comes over.
Right.
My wife wants me to have a word with them and reassure them that Jack will be fine, but I can't do that because it will undermine my pleas for them wearing the helmets. Am I the bad guy for telling my children what happens if you don't wear a helmet?
No.
No.
Not even close.
Not even remotely. The wife should be annoyed that her brother's not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Why don't you address that first?
And also, Uncle Jack needs to wake up and smell the coffee because that is
Do you want to know
silly.
how old Uncle Jack is?
Oh, here we go.
25.
He's our age.
Yeah.
Well...
And he doesn't think,
what?
might not be a good idea, because it thinks it messes with his style. What style?
What style?
You're riding a motorbike for a start, which is not style, let me assure you. Perhaps in the 80s and early 90s, perhaps.
Okay, well, quite, yes.
Josh, are you telling me that if you saw a man on a motorbike, you'd think, ooh, style?
Well...
No, it's gone. The trend is gone.
Okay.
It's gone, it's cold, it's frozen. It's not a thing anymore.
Right.
He better have the best hairstyle in the world
He won't.
to not mess with it.
We both know
Short
he
back and
won't.
sides.
That's the best hairstyle in the world?
No, that's probably what he's got.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right. Bin him. And I'm do you know what? He's being an irresponsible uncle as well.
Very
by
irresponsible.
Not fessing up. Because at the very least, right, if he really, really believes that it's going to mess up his hair, he could turn to the kids and
say, but you have to wear a helmet.
You need to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
And this is why.
If he cared about those children at all.
Right. He should determine and go, I'm doing this because I'm a numpty.
An idiot.
Yeah. But I'm going to make my bed and lie in it. You shouldn't. You should
because you're
make
a
your
child.
own bed and wear helmets.
Yeah. I mean, she should be more annoyed at her own brother for not wearing a helmet.
Quite.
Let's sort that. So I think he's not the bad guy. However, he probably could have just said it in a more non-horrifying, scary nightmare way.
I disagree with you. And maybe that's my upbringing because... anyway.
Your mum went, you will die!
Basically, yeah.
Shall we move on to the next one? It's a fairly lengthy one. It's the last one of the evening, and it's quite juicy.
Okay.
My Aunt Em's ex-husband passed away over 20 years ago. Em married again to her current husband, so has moved on and has a new life for herself, as well as a daughter, who is my cousin. I'm getting married next year and we've sent out the invitations. Our wedding date falls on the death anniversary of Aunt Em's ex-husband. Em replied saying that she'll make part of the ceremony but won't be staying for the reception or anything after. Now Mum has a lot of siblings and all of them will be there, and I don't want my aunt to be the only one that won't be. I asked her why and she said she doesn't think she'll be able to enjoy herself but wishes me well. I was kind of mad and also hurt. Yes, it's tragic what happened, but she's built a great life for herself, yet she's going to hold on to the past like this and not show up to my wedding. My cousins also said to me that she won't be staying for the reception, which has come to a bit of a shock to me. My mum tried talking to them both, but it was no use, and she said that Aunt Em might be trying to guilt my cousin into not coming, when she said because she at least has no reason not to come, because it wasn't her dad. Aunt Em got upset and called me selfish and said she hopes I never have to go through what she did. I did try and call her back and sent her a message saying sorry because I realised I might have overreacted, but she hasn't replied. So am I the bad guy? My parents agree with me, but a couple of other relatives who have heard the situation have said otherwise. I don't think she's the bad guy, if I'm honest.
That's hard. Oh gosh, that's hard because...
Well, this happened over 20 years ago.
It did, and she's obviously got a new husband, a new family, and whatever. But like,
But she's stopping herself from enjoying her life, and this is a family thing, isn't she? With the best people to be on.
Yes, absolutely, but it's one night. Do you know what I mean? Like one night where she's actually gone. Do you know what? This night is for me, and it's my time, and I won't be able to deal with this. And she's not said she's not going. She's just said she's not going to the reception. She's still going to the ceremony. Right? That's what she said?
Yeah, but she's also convinced her daughter, her cousin, not to go to the reception as well.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
20 years ago is such a long time, though. I know, obviously, these things are really hurtful and have an impact, but I don't know. I think maybe she just doesn't want to go.
Yeah. And she's possibly using that as a bit of an excuse, which if that is the case, that's not on. But I want them there. Like, I want them at my wedding. I want them to enjoy themselves.
And the thing that's holding them
time.
back is something that happened 20 years ago.
So long ago. And in lots of other elements in her life, she's moved on, obviously. I don't think the wedding person is a bad guy, necessarily, for...
She probably could have handled the situation a bit better and reacted a bit better.
Yeah, I think flying off the handle is obviously not going to help, is it?
I think they're both kind of... I mean, I don't think the aunt is being great either, to be honest.
No. Because at the same time, you could say, well, the aunt needs to try. And actually, it would probably do the aunt...
But she's had a whole life.
Right, and it would probably do the aunt some good.
Yeah.
You know, in other aspects of her life.
She's had a whole new life.
This is it. If she's still holding on to the ex-husband on this particular night for whatever reason, that can't be healthy for the rest of the family, the new family.
And she won't celebrate her niece's wedding.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah. I might be changing my mind. Anyway.
Okay. Well, we haven't got time anyway to...
Oh, well, my mind has been made.
We haven't got time anyway to debate anymore, but Joshy.
Yes, babe.
I've just realised. Hold on.
We haven't got time to...
No.
What?
No. Hold on.
What?
No. Phil.
You're listening to Riverside Radio. Unless you're not, in which case you're not listening to Riverside Radio. You're listening to the Woe Pony podcast. Oh.
Thank you very much for filling in. I needed my outro music, which I'd forgotten because I was focusing on putting Mika on for you next. Thank you very much for joining us today on the Woe Pony podcast. Thank you, Josh, for being my guest.
Thanks
and
for having
coming
me, babe.
Back.
Love you.
You can come back anytime. This is your bebe as well as mine.
Bebe.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening. Please follow us on the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter that I don't use, at Woe Pony Podcast and at Gracie Megan Clark. And share some love, and I love you too. Night, Mum.
Night, Mum.